Hey there, it's Mike Clark here at the Melbourne Disability Connection Expo. I'm joined by this awesome human being, Luke, who represents RAR Therapy here in Melbourne and WA and across the country. So first of all, Luke, welcome to the Expo.
Thanks for having me again. Yeah. Nice to see you again.
Great to have you here, and tell us a little bit about rural and regional therapy.
So we started out in Queensland and was working in Townsville and places like that, and then we noticed the real, need for that support in them towns. As you know, you've met me before and we've had these chats. I love working in them towns, and we then started to move and started to travel all around Australia, helping them people in remote towns and providing that real kind of support and delivering that flexible service and that fly-in, fly-out service that's not around that much.
Well, I mean, we've spoken about this as well. We're soon going to be launching virtual expos. A big initiative and purpose and reason behind that is to connect rural and regional Australia, and I think more needs to be done to be able to find solutions, working solutions that can really support individuals across the country. So tell me a little bit about how you guys operate, because I just love the fact that you are operating those rural and regional areas. So tell me about what are some of the things you're seeing that are working in the market?
So one of the things that we pride ourselves on is having a flexible working model. Working remotely and flying in and flying out and stuff, you can't have one model. So we have 3 or 4 different models. We have a face-to-face intensive model. We have a hybrid model where we do some telehealth, some face-to-face, and then we do a full remote model as well. So part of our aim is to suit the person's needs on an individual basis, not have one model fits all. It's what model do you need, and we will tailor that to fit that person. So I think that really sets us apart from everyone else, is having that flexible approach.
Okay. And tell me about the hybrid model. What's that look like?
So the hybrid model is building that initial rapport via a telehealth or Teams or Zoom or something like that, just so that we can get that contact. People can start getting familiar with us and that kind of stuff. And it's more around training the people, empowering the people to have that self-esteem, training the support networks, the families, the carers, so that if a therapist does leave, someone can step straight in their place within 24 hours and continue from there. So yeah, it's a model that I think is really, really valuable in the sector, and talking to participants walking through today, they love the idea of having that support from a distance, but then also coming in and working with them directly as well.
What sort of impact and benefits do you see for individuals who potentially are in these rural or regional areas, potentially not believing they might be able to get that level of support, but then once they have it, like what sort of impact does it make to them in their lives and their families' lives?
Yeah, massive. I mean, like I say, I think we said this in the interview last year, 20 hours of support for a person in a regional town is massive. So I've just come back from Broome, and I was talking to the providers there. Again, there's only 1 or 2 out there, so there's not many. And I said, this is what we're thinking of doing. And you want, yeah, do it, 100%, love it, that's great. And they're just so excited to have someone come in, and it's like, we didn't know that was possible. Yeah, of course it's possible. Why is it not possible? So, yeah, it's a new era, I think, in support. I really believe it's a time for change. It's a time for not having a fixed approach anymore, and having that flexibility to work with families. Just to see the difference and how it changes people's lives. It makes it really worthwhile doing.
Well, I mean, it's almost like the opposite of the problem that we have in city areas, right? If you think about metropolitan regions, is that it's sometimes for participants it can be overwhelming. It's like, who do I go to? Who can I trust? And maybe they've had a bad experience with someone before. Whereas you're going out to the regional areas, it's the complete opposite. It's like, well, I've only got this as a solution, and if they didn't have a great experience, or if it's just a limited, restricted in terms of what offers are there, then all of a sudden it's, it could have huge impact. So
yeah, and the other thing I find as well is people can get quite afraid of branching out. They get comfortable with a provider, and even if it may not be the best service, or it may be something that they want to change, they don't know where else to go. So having that flexibility of, you don't only just meet one person, you meet all of us, you meet a handful of people, you can choose. We're very big in NDIS of choice and control, so let's give them a choice. And I think the outcomes speak for themselves. I mean, I'm often posting pictures, and we obviously went to the national awards with one of the clients I work with, and he loved it. He had a little suit on, and he went up and claimed an award, and it's amazing. And again, it's them things, them little things like that. He'll never forget that night. Why can't he be a part of that? Why can't we do that together? You know what I mean? It was an amazing night, and that's the response we get in all of the regional towns.
Beautiful. And where do you see the future of this going in the next 12 months to 3 years or so? Where do you see more advancements or just doubling down in certain areas? Where do you see that happening?
I mean, when we spoke in the Perth Expo last year, I did say is nothing should be too big. No, there's no client that I would never say, yep, let's do it. We'll work it. We'll work a way around it. 3 years, sky's the limit. I mean, I think we should fully be able to be in control of the environment. I'm very big on we should be able to alter environments and change them. So having a place where people can come and you can alter the settings of an environment, almost like a sensory pod. So you can turn the lighting down, increase the lighting up, that kind of stuff. I mean, we're in 21st century, right? What is the limit? There isn't any, as far as I'm concerned. There shouldn't be any anyway. You know what I mean?
Self-imposed.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And if a client has a goal, why not reach for it? Why not go for it? That to me is again, obviously you know me now, and I've been through this myself. And if I'd have given up, if someone had said no to me when I was younger and I was a child, I'd probably still be in the UK now doing nothing. You know what I mean? That one person believed in me. That's all I needed. Just one person to go, you can do that, mate. No worries. And love it. Yeah, it's great.
Mate, you're a huge advocate for the sector, mate. It's really great getting to know you.
Thank you.
And I'm looking forward to see what we can do to collaborate more, because I love that you've got a really good working solution. I love the different models you've got to support people, and I look forward to seeing where that goes.
Yeah, and I love it, right? And you've got to love your job. You've got to get up every morning and enjoy it. And I work with organisations like that. There's Maple and a couple of others that we've worked with that I've just met today. I met them. Yesterday I met them, and we're already talking about, right, what can we do together? It's not about what we can do individually, it's what we can do as a group. So thank you, and thanks for having me as always. Like, it's been great.
Thanks, mate. All right, Luke, till next time, my friend.
Take care.
Take care.
Yeah, see ya.